Everything is
Actually a
fucking
miracle.
absurd.
It got synced. What the fuck? Dude, okay. In like a week, maybe it'll be fixed. Where I'm trying to get new internet in like a week, so we'll see.
Dude, no way. Dude, this is gonna be big. We can return to playing multiplayer games.
Let's go.
We'll see if it works though, because they need to like come out here, and then I don't know if it'll like they'll be able to install it and whatnot. Because like,
Knock on wood.
We're on filtered Pikmin once more.
it's fine. But at least
what?
Hey, at least it's saved after the thing.
Oh no.
True, it did save.
You can see my nightlight filter though.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, because you all tabbed.
The game. Oh yeah.
Oh. There. Oh.
There
you go.
Alright.
No, you can just switch it back on.
Like this?
Switch it back on, and then it'll be fixed.
How do you guys live like this?
We've never done anything else. We're just used to it. There you go. Is it on for you?
It's turning on.
Oh, it's turning on? Okay. Well, it's not like that for us, so we good.
Alright, goated.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, there's like a fucking hyper monopoly of like only Cox for internet here, but like other different like internet companies are coming out, and like a couple months ago they were not servicing our area, but now they say that they can. But who knows?
Dude.
Ooh.
Bro needs that.
Aloe.
Yup.
We're getting Quantum, so we'll see if they're good.
Quantum?
Yeah.
Maybe they're shit.
That sounds crazy.
But we'll see.
Let's just hope they're good. I mean, they're better than T-Mobile. Like, they're an internet company, not a phone service company.
It literally can. It's wired, and so it has to be better than this. Because you're entirely correct that it's just mobile data. It's just literally mobile data.
Yeah. That's why I grabbed my fucking head when you said it was T-Mobile. I literally grabbed my head. I was like, oh, you're
the bridge of his nose.
Yeah, I genuinely was like, dude, there's no fucking way he got cooked like this.
Bro, I came home and everything was T-Mobile, and I was like, what happened? And I just had to roll with it.
Oh god.
But we're gonna see. I was like looking for everything. And I was like, I just gotta pay for it and see if it works, and then try to convince my mom to switch over. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if the method works or not. Maybe they come out here and they're like, yeah, we actually can't do shit.
Yeah, but bro, that's the good play. Hook your mom on some free quantum internet and then convince her that way.
I have the mindset. I have the meta. Dude, those 3 years in sales served me well.
Yeah, dude. You can now convince anyone of everything with the right tactics.
That's like not even true.
Listen, bro. You can sell anything to anyone.
No. If you could do that, then you'd like you'd literally have like MK Ultra.
Okay. Hear me out. Just hear me out, right? You go up to someone, right, and you're like, yo, you should buy this pen, right? And then if they say no,
he watches the Wolf of Wall Street once.
Yeah. You pay all their friends to carry a similar pen around and to like make a whole thing out of it and make them feel excluded by not having a pen, and basically turn into like a social pressure type of situation, and then boom. They're gonna be like, man, maybe I need.
This wouldn't work on you though, because you would be like, why do you guys have that fucking tacky ass pen? And they'd be like, oh, don't you want this pen? And you'd be like, no.
Well, yeah, but like it's not.
It's not about Key though.
It's not about me. It's about everybody.
Well, you said it.
Yeah.
Did you not say it? You're able to sell anything to anyone.
Oh.
Okay.
Cooked.
Okay. You can't. Okay, but I'm the one saying this.
Yeah, and it wouldn't work on you.
Okay. I don't think it would work on either of you either. Well, I think it maybe could work on AJ.
Shut up.
It might work on me too,
Maybe.
I said
honestly.
maybe.
Oh shoot! I forgot to buy more bombs. I hate my life.
You can just leave
Oh
early.
man.
Just leave and go back early.
We might as well do that little cave over there.
True. But yeah, that is the method. Okay, but I'm still caught up on the fucking... There has to be like some different type of animated movie that looked like Big Hero 6 sometime after Big Hero 6 came out. Let me explain to you the plot of the movie.
I looked-
Really?
Oh, you looked
Okay.
at it?
Okay.
Okay, so I don't remember the
Well, I
plot of the
looked
movie.
up movies similar to it, but okay, well, thank you.
But
Yeah,
I-
good to know.
I looked up movies similar to Big Hero 6, and I don't know, nothing came up.
okay, so I don't remember that much. I just remember they lived in a tower. Not Teen Titans, by the way.
Okay.
And
Okay.
a little code. But yeah, so they lived in a tower or some shit. And they were like superheroes. And then something happened, and there was like this like time vortex or some shit. Maybe I'm confusing two different movies here. But there was like some type of
Yeah.
time
I
thing.
was watching Into the Spider-Verse.
No. It was not Into the Spider-Verse. This was before Into the Spider-Verse. So like something like there's like this time vortex, and like everything's going through it, and they're like, we're not gonna be able to get to like the villain like killed in time. And then one guy's like, no, it's fine, I'll sacrifice myself, and he takes the villain and himself into the time vortex. And they're like, no, it's gonna close. And they go in there, and they're like, well, it's over. It's game
Why
over.
does
And
this
then
sound so familiar?
and then the time vortex thing is like, it's like pink and blue and purple and white inside. It's like a bunch of clouds when they go in there, and then they like save him from the time vortex.
Bro is just confusing another movie with Big Hero 6.
It's not Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like Big Hero 6, because with the
That's
portal and
literally
everything,
Big Hero
that's
6.
literally what happens in Big Hero 6. But it's not a time portal, it's like a spatial portal, and it looks exactly like that. Like,
Wait, is that
exactly how
actually-
you describe
Yeah.
it.
Wait, is that actually
Yeah,
Big
it's literally
You're-
like
You're just recalling watching Big Hero 6. You just described Big
Oh
Hero.
shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! How many people just died?
Bye.
How many?
Only
just
5.
died? Oh, okay.
Wait, is that
Oh,
actually...
God.
Okay, I remember Big Hero 6 is like the movie where that kid's dad or his like brother dies at the beginning.
I mean, yeah, but they also defeat a bad guy at the end.
Where does the time
Yeah.
vortex come in? Or spatial warp?
Oh,
Basically, what happens is, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. But basically, what happens
Oh,
is,
God.
during the movie, so basically his brother dies, and the reason he's killed is because the professor at the college, like, kills him or
Dude,
explodes the whole
spoilers.
thing. Yes, okay, yeah, sorry. Big spoilers, everyone, mind you. But basically, the professor sets off the college like invention room to explode so he can get his hands on the nanotech that
shoot.
the
Oh,
kid
wait,
had
there.
developed. And like his brother is just an accidental casualty. And the reason he wanted the nanotech is because the professor one time worked with this one really rich dude on a project to try to make like teleportation happen through like wormhole portals.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the rich guy wanted to run the test early, but like, and assured him that like it was stable, it was fine, and it was, I think it was either his wife or his daughter. The professor's like wife or daughter who was testing
It's his daughter.
wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was his daughter. And his daughter never came back because something went wrong, and he had found out that the guy had lied about the stability of the program. So now he wants to go back and open the portal so he can fucking like send the dude's entire company and him into the portal and kill them all. But all of them go to like try to stop him, but like it's too late by the time they get there, and they stop him, and they're like, "Bro, dude, like maybe killing everybody and absorbing them in a portal is kind of like not the way to cope." And he's like, "You're right, but that motherfucking portal's open right now, so what are we gonna do?" And then Baymax is like, "I know what I could do." And like Hero's like, "No, fuck it, no, please, I'm fucking lonely, and my dad and brother died, bro." And like,
both his parents died.
I thought he had a mom. I thought he had a
Both
mom.
his parents died. That's his aunt.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Both my parents and my brother died, bro. Please don't leave me, Baymax. You're all I have left. And then Baymax is all like, "Oh, I'm gonna die now," and then flies into the portal and stops it.
But he doesn't die because Hero like comes back with like fucking strange ass like hyper armor.
Well, he just
he
remakes another Baymax.
Yeah, he has. So Baymax shoots him out of the portal with like his rocket arm.
Oh yeah.
And then once they're back and stuff, Hero opens the hand and it has Baymax's original chip.
No way.
Yeah.
Then he just remakes Baymax and he
Okay.
has all his memories and everything.
I looked up the ending and it is 100% what I was remembering.
Bro, just watch. Bro, unlimited Big Hero 6, no Big Hero 6.
I was like, there's this thing that looks really similar to Big Hero 6. And it was Big Hero 6.
You may have heard of it.
You may have heard of it. It's called Big Hero 6.
Look, I was like 10 or some shit.
Fucking kills me. True, I get it.
It was okay. Big Hero 6 is a lot better than I actually remember it being. Like I remember it being like kind of okay.
It was so good.
But it was actually that was actually like really cool.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Dude, I came out of that movie. Me and Key were just talking about it earlier. I came out of that movie like with a fresh personality, a fresh view on life.
Yeah. We were talking about the feeling you get after you watch a movie with like a really like either good
Like a
emotional
really
core or like a really powerful message. And like I was saying how like sometimes I walk out of the theater and like I'm not intentionally doing this, but I walk out of the theater and you know how you always go out the back door and everyone's like shuffling out?
Yeah.
Sometimes like I walk different. Like sometimes when I watch a movie and it has like a really like touching ending that like kind of changes my perspective on some things, I walk out of the theater and I'm like unintentionally walking like I'm in the edit. Like towards the back door, just kind of staring at my feet. And like when I open the doors and the cold air hits me, I just kind of like I feel like my the lights hit you because you've been in a dark place for so long, so like the fucking street lights hit your eye. And you like put your hand up and you're like, wow, I don't know, I guess I'm gonna think about that when I go to bed tonight, because it's always so late when you go to the movies too.
Yeah.
So you're like, you go to bed thinking about it.
Oh god.
So you just feel different.
True, there were definitely some movies that I watched.
Nice?
No, I think you have to get
not.
Ochi to
He's
kill
not
him
nice.
because he's
not
like literally
nice.
immortal for whatever reason.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, there were some movies that I would watch and I would like legit like when I was a kid, I would sit through them and like my entire perception of reality would shift after after watching it.
Bruh.
I guess this guy's literally just fucking immortal and nobody can kill him.
I think Ochi has to kill him.
Didn't we kill one of these guys immediately? Or
With
Ochi, yeah, it like knocked it over. The Pikmin devs creating an enemy that is dealt with the same way you deal with literally every single other enemy. Like everything dies in one hit to just rushing it with Ochi.
I don't know if you get up here.
What if we did it again?
Yeah, completely. I get you on that one.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah,
Pikmin.
they're probably still trying to move around or do something.
There's an idle call.
They're not idle though.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
They weren't
They're
idle.
idle.
No, they're not.
Oh, I know why. It's because I have I have a few Pikmin growing in the ground that I haven't been able to go over. Get. Don't do it.
But yeah, back when I was a kid, I would like legit watch a movie and be like so shook to my core that I would like I would walk out of that movie theater like a completely different human being.
Dude, 100%. Like, she would be like affecting me. Like, I think man, I'm trying to think of a movie that I was watching in a theater as a kid. I know that one of those movies for me as a kid was they had a re-airing. This is the first time I ever seen Spider-Man 2 because Spider-Man 3 was coming out, and to prepare for it, they're re-airing the first two Spider-Man movies. And like I remember watching the second one in theaters for its rerun when I was a kid. And like I remember they got to the Aunt May scene where she's like basically insinuating she knows Peter's Spider-Man, and has that entire speech thing where it's like everyone loves a hero. They line up for him, and like this has with all the speech. And I remember as a kid, I don't know, something about the Aunt May speech kind of changed me at like a core level. I was like, damn, nah, Aunt May is spitting.
Yeah.
Also, that Doc Ock scene did change me too.
True.
Cause that shit was like the first time as a kid I walked into a movie theater and I experienced anything remotely similar to that. Like I was like, wait a minute, they can do that to people in movies? True.
A Pikmin just died.
I think it was the guy.
Somewhere out there we lost a Pikmin.
I think it was that yellow one that went over the... He bounced on that thing and then he picked up a card and tried to take it home and died. Yeah, he died right there with the card. All that's left is the card.
Yeah.
Dang.
Unfortunate.
One of the movies that did that to me was the Hunger Games. I think I saw the Hunger Games like way earlier than I probably should have. And I was like, I remember leaving and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like this is the true pain of like living in like an impoverished world where like you're the only thing that you can do is like fight for other people, for like rich people's enjoyment, and then you die anyway.
Dude, 100%. I think a movie that really effed me up. I watched The Edge of Tomorrow as a kid, which I found out today, or not today, but like recently, that The Edge of Tomorrow was an anime adaptation, apparently. Like, but the thing is, I was watching The Edge of Tomorrow, and it's basically like a story. It was the first time I had ever been introduced to like those type of stories where it's like someone dies and it repeats the days.
Yeah.
And like, I remember watching that movie and being like, oh, well, that was kind of cool. The movie itself wasn't groundbreaking. But I remember like my mom was like, that was just kind of like a worse Groundhog's Day. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to check out that next then. And I remember watching Groundhog's Day and literally being like devastated when I got home to watch it. I think about the scene where he helps the homeless dude, but he dies anyway at the end of the day.
Yeah. I never saw Groundhog Day.
It's a good movie.
Spoilers.
Yeah, you spoiled it for me, bro. Okay, hear me out.
Sorry.
Spoilers make a show better.
Disagree.
I can see that in some cases. I definitely get you.
People know this. People know this because the writers will legit spoil their show at the very beginning. In My Hero, in the very first fucking thing, they're like, this is how he became the greatest hero ever. Like, you know he's gonna live and become the greatest hero ever from the very beginning.
True. That is true.
They know it. So, and, like, imagine you hear, like, imagine you're not really paying attention to a show. And they're like, yo, and you hear someone be like, yo, did you see that new episode where that guy, like rips his fucking face off and, like, still keeps on fighting, and then he, like flips this dude upside down and then reverses time, and you're like, what the fuck is going on with that? And then you gotta watch it to figure it out, right?
Like, I think, like, an example of that, I think, like, everyone knows that, like, at some point, like, there's time stopping in JoJo's. So, like, you go into JoJo's, like, man, I'm wondering, like, I feel like calculated spoilers, or, like, certain spoilers can really enhance a show and get you into it. Like, you wouldn't have ever watched it, like, without that spoiler. And then once you get into it, it's like everything leading up to it still has, like, weight on the moment. Like, everyone knows Goku goes Super Saiyan at some point, but a lot of people don't know the exact reason why or what leads up to that. So it's still, like, a pretty good experience when you go into there to experience it.
But if they, like, I mean, it depends on how things are spoiled. I guess if they spoil things that are, like, a big surprise, it might not be that crazy.
True.
It might not be as good.
Yeah. I think, like,
Fidget spinner?
I don't know. I think spoil, like, for example, I was like, you know, I remember that one scene where he helps that homeless man. Like, that's the only thing you know about Groundhog's Day. You may think to yourself, like, wow, like, he has this relationship with this old man that he tries to save. Like, I wonder what's going on with that. And then you watch the movie, and, like, even though you know that's coming up, because you'll see the old man in the beginning, like, you're like, it's what leads up to that, and everything surrounding that makes it, like, still fun to watch.
True.
There's some movies that just don't benefit from it at all, though. Like, I feel like Nope is the type of movie where, like, I've never been able to say a single thing about it, because I feel like genuinely, like, is a huge takeaway from the movie.
You really gotta know nothing about that movie to enjoy it.
True.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Dude, that's what I was trying to do before,
good.
I probably should watch it. That's what I was doing. I was trying to do to Yuki before we watched Heavenly Delusion. I couldn't say, like, a single thing that happened.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if you say a single thing, it's like, it's game over.
Yeah, like...
At the same time, though, I did give you a little bit of a calculated spoiler for the ending.
Yeah. I think... Dude, you know what I find funny about when we were watching Heavenly Delusion?
Well,
right? So at some point, right, you were like... Because, like, they you know how they drop hard hints about what's actually happening in the show?
yeah.
I remember I had come to the conclusion that the show eventually came to, but then I was like, no, that's stupid. I'm stupid for thinking that's the case.
Oh, the flan.
And then when it happened, I still thought that I was like, that I couldn't possibly be right about what was gonna happen. So then I try to make up some other, like, oh, they're clones. It has to be that they're clones, because the other thing I thought would never, like they're gonna really twist my expectations. So I was just so convinced it wouldn't be what I thought it was. That it would just be something else.
Dude, I think we have a clip of, like, your live reaction to that when you realized and everything, like, fit into place.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? No, what the fuck?
Yeah. It was a good setup.
It was. Like, the crazy thing is, though, you could solve it, like, way earlier on than when they actually reveal it.
100%. But they do it well, because when they say there's someone that looks exactly like you, that's why I thought, like, oh, there's no way this is, like, past events. Like, that's just too simple, I feel like. Or, like, maybe I can't catch on to it, like, because they keep making you guess, because, like, I was like, oh, there's someone that looks like him, therefore it's the person at the place. Like, Like it really, honestly, I feel like the way they lay out the whole show makes it to where like you never exactly get there. You have an inkling of it, but you never fully get there until the end.
True.
Inkling.
Splatoon 4 confirmed.
Splatoon 4 confirmed.
This would never happen.
We're gonna get fucking like 3 bits of nectar from this shit. Yeah.
We got 5. Oh, I guess we got 3, yeah.
Dude, that is like such a fucking slap in the face.
I know. I'm like, dude, we could have 120 Pikmin. But they just give us some nectar that we're gonna lose in like 2 minutes.
True.
Because something is gonna happen, and all of them are gonna lose their flowers.
True. Damn, they consumed it like in a picosecond.
I love that stuff, bro. Dude, I just realized we have quests to bloom Pikmin flowers. This is just like Pikmin bloom.
True. The Pikmin tend to be blooming.
True.
The blooming onion.
The blooming onion. What the?
Do we really?
Over here?
Yeah. Do we really just need the concrete and that's it?
I guess so. The concrete and then whatever's over here.
Dude, I literally can't wait to not have terrible internet again.
Oh,
like
shit.
realizing that things can be better is insane. Whoa.
Bro. Go up there. Actually, we need to go down there.
Do you think this is the root
That's yellow
of
Pikmin
all...
behavior.
True. Do you think this is the root of all pain and misery for the human condition? Is in realizing that things can get better, but they're not?
Yes.
Because, like, if you're chilling and, like, life is miserable but you don't know, you're like, whatever, dude, it doesn't really matter. Like, it is what it is, that's how the cookie crumbles. But if you know it can get better and it's not, that's kind of upsetting.
I also think it's like, because there's definitely people who don't know it can get better and then they're just okay with it, but I feel like there's still people who don't know that it can get better but still think about the idea of it. Like, I think it's just the ability to perceive how much things can suck. And regardless of if you know it's better, some people just have a yearning for more than what it is.
Dude, I feel like that is not me. I felt like if I never knew... Oh, you gotta throw them up. If I never knew that things could get better, I would never know. I would never think about it ever again.
Damn. I think I have like a... I think it also just comes down to like what an individual person and like... I don't know if I want to label it as like greed or like, because like I think like ever since there was definitely a point in my life where I was just like sitting around and existing, but I think by the time I had become a little more charismatic, the only thing I ever wanted to do was just have more things at all times. Like I was like, man, like life must be better at all times, or I'm going to explode myself.
Where he got that ambition imbued within him.
Yeah, like I was always like, I remember, I think that's like the main reason, like I remember when like, and like this kind of can turn into like sort of me imposing unreasonable things on people, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like I could probably never live with someone because like I was saying how like I was asking Lala and AJ and them like, would it be unreasonable to be like, I want, like if I lived with someone that like I would want to be the only one who cooks in the house and cook for them, and that I would want to make a personalized diet plan for them that specifically takes into account their dietary preferences but pushes them towards a better way of life, and basically like maybe restricting them to a single snack a day, and like, but then I realized like, oh, that's really like controlling, and like not everyone's on the constant search for self-improvement and like constantly striving for the most optimal thing in life. And sometimes it's about fun and doing what you want to do. But like, I don't know, I have a need to like optimize.
Some people would appreciate that though. They'd be like, "You're gonna make a fucking full meal plan for me and cook for me? Like, why wouldn't I like that?"
True, but nobody I talked to that day was feeling it, and that was 4 different people.
I mean, you didn't say that it would meet their like tastes.
Yeah, I
No.
can tell you this is almost exactly what Key said. I guarantee you he said something along the lines of like, is it wrong?
You said it would meet their like restrictions.
Yeah, for like,
Or,
if
like,
they like
what's
have a
good for
fucking
you,
peanut
not what they
allergy.
like.
Yeah, if they have a fucking peanut allergy, it wouldn't do that, but it would like perfectly encapsulate everything and then push them towards a better thing and also restrict them to 1 snack a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but I did say that take into account what their texture preferences are and like stuff like that.
You didn't say that.
And, like,
I don't think.
I did say that.
Okay. Well, from what I remember for the conversation, I thought it
You
was
guys-
fine. Well, because at first you were like, no, I'm making them eat like whatever I tell them they can eat.
Well, yeah,
essentially.
because the thing, okay, I said like I would make them a dietary plan that still would be within what I believe is best for them, like, you know, their specific height, weight, and everything. But like takes
you
into
eat different
account.
things
Bro
based on your
believes in the
height?
BMI scale. That's crazy.
Well, because because like they're a different size, and you know they need different portion sizes, or like like
Wait, actually
stuff
true.
according to like.
I was ready to hate, but that's actually true.
Yeah, and then I was like, I'd take into like basically it would be like they eat whatever I put out.
Bro has
And it will
become a doctor. Bro is their partner's doctor.
He's the dietitian.
Like I don't know. Like the thing is, I got to the snack part, like a single snack a day, and I think everything I was saying completely flew out.
Dude,
of
that's
guys'
all they
heads, and
heard.
you guys
That's all they heard,
got
bro.
so mad.
No, because the way the way you explained it was 1 snack a day, but then I think in the conversation you kind of backpedaled and you were like, okay, no, not 1 snack a day, but like if they eat the snacks we have, I'm not buying anymore until the next week. Which
Yeah,
I
well-
agree with that, because like whenever we've run out of snacks, I'm not gonna be like, oh, like we need more snacks in the
Well-
middle of the week. If I finish my snacks, I'm just gonna like wait until our grocery day comes, and then I'll ask for more snacks.
Yeah, well, okay, what
But
I
then
had
you
said
were
is,
like,
one
no.
snack a day.
1 snack a day, you can't eat 2.
Right? Well, okay, I had said like 1 snack a day, and then one of you like, but what if I want 2 in a day? And I'm like, well, you only have 7, so like,
Yeah,
so you can
like I don't like, because you were like, you can only have 1, and then you're like, oh well, actually you could have as many as you want, but I'm not buying more if you go through them all before we go get groceries again.
True, because it's like,
And like,
one
I
a
get
day
that,
is
but
the
when you-
amount of snacks you have.
When you right out the gate say you can only have 1 snack a day, like that
Well-
sounds a little silly.
That's the preferred because when you take.
Bro,
See, here's
I
the thing.
eat so many snacks in a day.
Well, because that's the thing. You think it wouldn't matter if you just ate all 7 of your snacks the first day and didn't eat them for the rest of the days, but like, it kind of does a little bit, you know?
Bro,
Like,
I'd be eating
kinda-
snacks like crazy, and I lose the weight.
I'm just saying, I have a preference of a snack a day because it creates. Because like the thing is like
It creates habits. Is that what you're saying?
one it creates healthy habits, but not only that, not only that, but hear me out. Not only that, right?
Habits.
Everything you consume in a day is processed through your body, and while you sleep, your body's gonna go and make changes, right? The thing is, one snack a day is gonna be a minimal impact for your diet that day, but like 7 snacks in the first day is gonna kind of just fully offset. Like, I do think the amount of sweets and snacks you eat at one time is different from just eating a little bit.
What the fuck?
Oh, bird time. That is not good. We had them glow seeds. Just throw all those
start
motherfuckers
dropping
out there.
1,000 glow seeds.
Oh my god.
Okay, you're entirely right though, but I think if you're looking at it scientifically, and you eat everything the same way, but you eat 7 snacks a week, it doesn't matter if you're eating them one a day or all at once, you would probably gain or lose the same amount of weight. But
why does it take so long to plant these?
you'd probably gain or lose the same amount of weight. The only difference would be
so
like how
screwed.
hungry you feel for the rest of the week. So it's probably better to eat them one at a time, but you'd probably feel hungry if you ate all of them at one day.
It's so
Yeah.
over, dude. It's so over.
And like, I don't know. I just have like a whole, like, I just think it'd be pretty.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking, and also simplifies things, because that means like I can take care of a lot of the financial budget too when it comes to groceries, because like everything would be prepared a month in
Wait,
advance.
is this Disco Spider or is this the Man at Arms Spider?
This is.
It's a new spider. What is this thing?
Yeah.
It's the Daddy Longlegs. Oh, they're climbing up his fucking stalks.
Oh.
Oh, he's just like a normal one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess so. I was a little scared, but. Bros,
I
no
think-
match for my Pikmin.
I think that's a little crazy, but I think it's fine. If you had a partner who was chill with that, which I think a lot of people probably would be, I don't think that'd be that
Yeah.
big a deal. They're like, okay, because here's the
Yeah.
trade-off. The benefit is that they literally get free fucking food, and like they have like pretty much a personal chef that does everything to their tastes and the way they want it to. And the only downside is that you just only get to eat 1 snack a day. What the fuck
Yeah.
happened? That was
won.
what? That was it? It was
We
just the
won.
spider.
Yeah.
The spider was like a huge threat. I don't know.
They didn't expect 50 glow
Yeah.
seeds.
They didn't expect me to have 100 glow seeds in my backpack.
We emptied the full glow seed clip into him. How do you think it would feel if you like jumped in that liquid and like started like swimming around in it?
It'd probably feel good.
I feel like you get like sucked in like really fast towards the center and just be stuck
Yeah,
there.
like jelly. And you'd like,
Yeah.
and it would be like a warm hug.
Yeah, until you drowned
before-
to
It'd
death.
be like warm
yeah,
pillow.
yeah, I was about to say it'll be like a warm hug of death.
No, you know the like medical pods or whatever in
Yeah,
Dragon
from
Ball.
I was gonna say that. I didn't want to say it, but I
It'd
was
be like
thinking the
that.
same thing.
True, but you'd 100% get stuck in that.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be more
mean-
like liquid.
Yeah.
But it's holding itself together.
Yeah, but I assume the
Water
outside
holds
is like
together.
that. Well, yeah, you got to remember that this is like microscopic scale, so that's like 1 drop of water, and beads of water do that.
True,
Mhm.
that is true.
If you were small though, you might not be able to break the surface tension.
Yeah.
Wait, cure all leaflings
Well,
and
you
there's
think we-
fucking 30?
Yeah, bro.
We're almost done.
Well, there has to be a
We
whole
just
other
got
area if
this
there's
one
fucking
guy to cure.
30 leaflings.
I think
There's
we
one
already
more area.
cleared 30. Wait, there's another area?
Yeah, there's one more area. 6 areas in the game.
The fuck are you talking? No, there's not.
Yeah,
You're
there
lying.
is. Yeah, there is.
You're lying.
Okay, well,
Is the final area the boss area?
well, no, it's a whole area, and then there's a boss, a final boss in it.
What the fuck?
You're joking. You're joshing me.
Yeah.
I thought I
no,
was
I'm
doing
not.
all of this because I thought the final area was the wherever Louis was.
No, bro.
No, I hear it in your voice.
Okay, you want to hear it in my voice. That's what you're hearing.
Dude, I think he might be dead serious.
Oh, he might be. I could hear him getting angry.
Well, every game has the primordial thicket, dude. You have to go through it.
Primordial thicket? Is that
The
real?
primordial
Yeah.
thicket.
Yeah.
It's probably real. That sounds like a Pikmin thing.
No, okay. I don't know if that's a Pikmin thing. The primordial thicket. That does sound like a Pikmin thing, though.
You know, in Slime Rancher, they have something called primordial oil.
True. Okay, I'm not gonna
Or
lie.
like primordial ooze or
Ooze.
something like that.
I would see Slime Rancher and I would get so fucking excited and I would watch like a billion fucking reviews of it and like gameplay videos of it and I'd be like, this game is gonna be so fucking good, and then I would play it and it would like be the most boring shit I've ever experienced in my entire life.
I love that game. That was fun.
I want to like it so bad, but I can't play it because it's just too boring.
I want to like the second one, but
They made a
it's
second
still
one?
in. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
still
multiplayer.
it's still like in the early access.
Has that even gotten an update since going into early access, or is it just one of those games that fades on
hasn't
early
had a
access?
major update at all. It's had like small updates, but nothing big.
The early access trap, where it's actually the full game,
it's
but
not
they
even
fade
in
early
1.0
access.
yet.
True.
It sucks. But I want to like it, but I just wish it wasn't in early access because I feel like there's nothing to do.
That's how the original Slime Rancher felt.
I love the original. I have a lot of hours in that game.
Really?
Yeah, I have a lot.
Wait, what do you spend all the time
Hold on.
doing? I thought you go around, you pick up the fucking slimes, and that's like it.
Well, yeah, but there's like 10 areas with a billion different slimes.
And
I'm
each slime
guessing.
needs a different
Make like
slime.
you can do upgrades and stuff like that.
I'm
and
guessing
sell
you
your
have
stuff.
like. I'm guessing you maybe have like 20 hours.
No. Let me see. Where is it? Is it in my favorites? It is. I do have 59 or 54. I thought
That's
I
not
had
bad.
way more though.
That's not bad though. I'll give you it. I also didn't. I didn't play since like they probably added in all that extra shit though. So who knows?
Yeah.
So there definitely is another area. Because it said collect all treasures and we need 20 more and we have all the treasures from this area. So
Oh my god.
I don't know how
The
big the
frick?
other
Yeah.
area is though.
It can't be that big.
It's
Sure.
not gonna be awfully big.
Yeah.
There's one more rescue, one more onion.
Yeah,
Do we get a
bro.
rainbow onion at some point, or we get every Pikmin?
Can we get
Got the rainbow pip.
The
The
Pride
rainbow
Month.
pip?
The
the pride pip?
Pickheads trying to understand rainbow pick.
Because
We have to remember our roots. The whiz heads.
True. Now that
I
it's been a
know.
long time, how do you guys feel about Wizard 101 overall?
I still love it. I had a dream about it like 2 days ago.
Like, when we were in the moment, I was like, okay, this is kind of boring sometimes. But every time I look back on it, it's like always vividly awesome in my memory.
Dude, exactly. It's so good.
I'm not gonna lie, in my memory, it's still 100% kind of like. I'm not gonna go back, But like but my brain has cut out most of the bad stuff and has just gone to the points where I was having fun.
I'm gonna be real. There was no like bad point for me. I thought the game was like I wouldn't play it that much by myself, but with friends, there wasn't a single bad point for me. I loved the entire thing.
Yeah,
that's good.
Well, because here's the thing: when I was playing it, I started it like maybe this is just me and how I perceive the world, but I was enjoying the company of my friends more than I was enjoying Wizard 101.
I enjoyed playing the game in company.
True.
Rather than alone.
The team-based part of it was super awesome.
Yeah.
Rock onion.
Rock onion? No freaking way. We have to kill this thing.
What I would say is Wizard 101 would be so good if it shut down and then someone recreated it in 2 years and then like it was up for a year.
God. Stop.
But we have to do the bomb rock method.
Oshi? We do. Good thing I bought more.
Get the bomb rock out. You gotta get him to tongue, and then as soon as you see the tongue come out, then it's time to go. Just go. There we go. Now he's dead. Get ready to charge him. Now he will die. There we go. That's too easy.
Oh.
Chump change.
Ooh, the little drum loop. But yeah, I think Wizard 101 was like legitimately pretty awesome. But then like a lot of like the set pieces they had were super cool. A lot of like the environments were awesome. The spells were cool. But at some point they were like, fuck it, I don't want to do my job. I'm going to give you the same quest 18,000 times and just go back and forth and kill enemy, like the same enemy you killed 1,000 times.
I did kind of forget where the only thing I guess I didn't like was where we left off. Like,
yeah,
it was literally just the same like fetch quest over and over and over again.
I'm gonna be real.
I also just wasn't rocking with the aesthetic of the like, the next world either.
Avalon was kind of mid.
Yeah,
100%. The part I stopped being interested, and the reason why I kind of had like, oh, I can't really play this anymore, is after we beat like the final boss of, like, from the first one. Yeah, Malice there, and like everything else after that, aesthetically there was cool points to the things afterwards, but like even in like the cool areas where it looked cool, like the quests were still really fucked up.
True. Okay, I think I agree with you, but I thought I was just crazy because I grew up with that point. But there definitely was a shift, and I think it's because when I'm playing the earlier content, I excuse a lot of like the bad shit because I'm like, okay, this is like really old, and it makes sense that like some of the quests are like a little ass. But once we get later on into the content, there's like no redeeming point, and I'm like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. And it's like, I think another thing is the fact that like I think the slow pacing was fine before, because like quest lines were kind of like, we'd enter an area of the map, defeat every enemy once, collect a few things, fight a boss, and then leave.
True.
You know? But then, and that, like, even though the battles were slow, we didn't really have to do a lot of them. Right? Like, maybe we had to do some side quests to level up before we did a main boss quest, and that's what would fill our time. But at least that was, like, unique stuff happening even then. But, like, later on, the pacing really started getting to me with the battle pacing, because they'd make us fight every enemy in every area, like, 6 different times, which I wish that wasn't an exaggeration, because, like, genuinely, I think that's what was literally happening. I think we literally fought some of them 6 different times. And the battles would go so slow, even with the AoEs.
True. Like, I think it wouldn't have been that... It would still be an issue. Dude, there's Louis. It would still be an issue.
I fucking hate him.
It wouldn't be an issue if they A, just made better quests, or B, allowed for, like, a speed-up function. in the quest
True.
design. Like, if you could be in a battle and be like, all right, skip, like, completely fast forward this whole turn, it would be done in like three seconds. But you have to watch the AoE over and over and over again.
Ooh, I think the meta of I think another problem with the game is that instead of early on, right, you don't have AoE spells, so you're forced to find the quickest way to defeat things with your normal spells, right? So, and you're constantly getting newer spells. So, like, you get a variety. There's always something interesting about it. Later on, there's really not ever a reason not to use an AoE spell. You stop seeing spells, really. Like, you start just seeing the same ones over and over again from yourself. And then it's kind of bad in that sense.
Oh, wait, he didn't even get leafified. Wait, what do you mean we didn't make it in time? He didn't get leafed. Wait, he's immune. Wait, do you think Louis gonna care?
No, of course he doesn't care. He sucks.
Bro, what the fuck?
He sucks so much. I hate him.
This is
I
my
want to
first.
punch my screen.
This is my first Louis interaction ever.
He sucks. One of my friends loves him, and I don't know how or why.
What did he just do to that man?
I don't know.
Throwing him into light.
Turn him into light Yagami. Yo, 2 bonus finds right there.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, get my Pikmin. Come on.
But yeah, I think maybe I'm crazy, but the beginning intro of Wizard 101 is like legit awesome. Like the first couple worlds are so like visually cool, and then you have like the dungeons they added in afterwards, like the Aquila that we're doing, the Gladiator dungeon, which is cool. Yeah. And then we did Waterworks, which was fucking awesome. And then Malister is super cool.
That's the one thing that got me. That's the one thing that got me. I think like the hook for the story, because like I know we're skipping past a lot of the dialogue, but I was still getting the general idea of what was happening in the story. And I was like I was invested for the most part. Like I knew why we were doing things most of the time, even though we were skipping past most of the dialogue. Like, okay, we're doing this to do this, right? But at some point it was just kind of like I didn't really care for what, I forgot what we were even building up to in the second part of the story after Malister.
We go to Celestia, and then Celestia is pretty cool. And then we find out that Morganth is like the spider lady.
Yeah.
And she's like the new big bad, but you don't even fight her in the ending. Like you see her once in Celestia, and then when we did Safari, Safari was hella mid. And we get to the end, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm using web powers to like web up this like castle," and then you just go to Avalon.
Yeah, like I don't know, it seems pretty weak. I don't know, man. But I'd 100% play Wizard 101 over a lot of other MMOs again.
Would you play it over Final Fantasy?
Probably. I think Final Fantasy's sins of MMO is way worse. Because, like, I feel like the beginning of Wizard 101, despite, like, a little long-winded, again, like, the pacing of the combat has always been kind of, like, a little wacky. But, like, I don't know. Like, I think, like, my problem with Final Fantasy is, like, in Wizard 101, it usually feels like there's a concise reason to why you're doing a side quest most of the time. Like, don't get me wrong, they have fodder side quests, but a lot of the side quests, like, provide meaningful stories that you could probably, like, for what it is what I mean, you know? Like, I'm not saying, like, they're gonna give you a story that's gonna really change your perception of the world, but, like, you know, it's a pretty decent story. Like, there's always something in it for
Yo,
you, a
golden
new
pair.
area
Ooh, I need that
and
golden
stuff.
pair.
But like with Final Fantasy 14,
Dude.
like all of its side quests are nothing burgers. There's no like, oh, this side quest brings you to a new area and you do this and that there, and there's like a whole branching story about it. Like there is the main story, and then nothing quest throughout the whole game.
True.
And like the game's just way too big for its own good. Wizard 101's really compact. They only make MMOs large like that nowadays to make you like need a mount and to make some of the paid mounts better than the ones you can get for free or just cooler. Like it's just mount peddling, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I don't really care for it. Like,
True.
and then everything everyone always talks about isn't ever the combat really, or none of the combat at the beginning of the game. Like, that's another thing. Like, it's like, I want to play the beginning of Wizard 101. I don't want to play anything at the beginning of Final Fantasy 14
I just killed a
to
lot of Pikmin.
supposedly see
True.
what's so good about it. It's like, oh, when you beat the game, which will take 80 hours, it gets good.
Oh, gee. Are you stupid?
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay, you got it, you got it.
I have so many dead freaking Pikmin. Give me that. That's mine.
Screw my dead Pikmin life.
Stop! Now they're gonna have to fight over that. Give me my stuff.
It might be chopped.
Please get here in time.
Oh, wait, we
got it,
actually win
got
if we get it. Do we get it?
We got it.
Yo.
Oh my god, that was barely.
Get
That was
fucked,
scary.
Louis.
I hate Louis, bro.
Dude, he was like legit taunting whenever he was like up. He'd be like, "Oh, do you like that? You like that shit?" Like, bro.
Yeah.
What does he do? Does he just leave anyway?
Yes! He sucks!
Bro, what compels this guy?
Oh, nothing.
Wait, we're getting his logs for everything, so he's like eating all the monsters and shit. He's like, this is like, it's so yummy in my tummy. I'm eating all these like dead animals.
Yeah.
You think this game's vegan?
No.
Nah.
Like it's teaching you
Pikmin's
to be
very
vegan?
proud of the cycle of life.
No, it's teaching you how nature works.
But you're killing the enemies and planting them in the ground. And using plants to overcome your hardship.
Well, these plants are carnivorous.
Yeah.
Well, that's what all plants are.
They eat each other.
I guess you're right in a way.
We should use only rock Pikmin from now on, so that way we can like pick up a bunch of like rations and stuff. And get a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
Every time we're gonna have like a sweet thing, and then I'm not gonna
We're
take it.
talking like Louis now. No.
What?
Well, sorry, because like that's what Louis is doing. Is only grunting.
Shoot. Don't pick that up.
Well, remember, it doesn't really matter what color it is.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
sure?
whatever the majority Pikmin you have is the one that you get for whatever reason, because
Oh, yeah. Look at the color. I never noticed that. I've been using blue and yellow Pikmin so much that I forgot it can change colors.
why did this guy not get leafified?
I don't know.
Dude, he's like Dr. Stone. He like thought really hard and he like unstonified himself just by thinking. Oh wait, he's the guy that can cure Ochi. Do you think the guy in the middle is going to be Louis?
It totally is.
The guy in... Well, these are the three people from Pikmin 3. The guy in the middle is that one pink chick.
Oh.
We hit 100%.
Well, let's farm more Pikmin.
Well, you gotta
Well, you
remove
gotta put away your other dude.
Yeah, you gotta make rock the majority. The rocks are no longer going to be the minority.
Oops. Oops.
Now they get their own section in the Onion, and one day the other lesser Pikmin will gain their rights to housing and home.
Okay.
One day. Not soon, though.
Not soon.
Do you say they're in the back of the Pikmin? Or the Onion?
Yeah, they're in the back of the Onion.
Bruh.
That is true. They don't have a place to be.
No, bro. Bro.
Dude. Okay, listen. The bro is killing me.
Bro.
Bro.
Dude, if I didn't say anything about it, no one would have remembered. No one, he just got away with that.
That's absurd.
Dude, sometimes when I say things, like, it could go off and thought it hit.
True.
Bro.
Dude, you can't say that during
If
Black
you-
History Month.
If you weren't who you are, you'd be cooked.
Dude, I'm just equating the circumstances of these Pikmins to a really like, dude, like, they don't have their own onion to call their own home.
They do, though.
Yeah,
Oh, not the rock ones do, but
well, the rock ones now have it because they just got theirs, but like
they gained
the
their rights.
purples, yeah, the purples,
They
like, fucking
earned it through work.
They don't have their
like the rest of
sections.
us.
They don't have their sections. Like, what are the purples supposed to do? The whites?
Wait, there's what?
Reverse racism.
Reverse racism.
Actually, like, there was racism against whites at some point as well.
Did you say words? What was that?
They got a Welsh accent.
Well,
My fault.
And then I'm sorry.
I could just move my base. Well, he was whatever. I don't care.
Dude, rocks are actually OP. They fucked up giving us the ability to mass produce rock Pikmin.
Yeah, they kind of did. I really like the rock ones.
They're
I
pretty
love the
good.
rock.
New Pikmin ideas for the next Pikmin game. Which Pikmin are you guys looking forward to?
I'm actually trying to reasonably think of a Pikmin. Like,
He's trying not to think of something racial.
okay, no, that what? Okay, listen, like, I don't know. Like, they can't be adding 2 Pikmin types every new Pikmin game. That's just crazy.
They might.
Okay, we're gonna get a,
You know what? I have a great idea for one.
yeah.
It's a projectile Pikmin. Because they have flying Pikmin. It's a Pikmin that shoots, like, some type of, like, projectile out of itself.
Okay.
The pea shooter Pikmin.
Yeah. The P Pikmin.
Okay.
Okay, what about...
We already got yellows, bro.
My fault. I mean, they have to have it at some point.
You know how they have, like, certain animals where they're kind of, like, transparent? Like, you can see their exoskeletons?
Yeah, like
or
a
they're
fish.
in the... Yeah. They have, like, transparent Pikmin.
What would
Do they have, like, the
do?
Mario Vanish Cap? Like, they can go through, like, metal bars?
Yeah, they can go through, like, walls and stuff, and, like...
That'd be really
I
difficult
don't know how
to
they
use.
explain that in lore, but...
Well, I mean, it's like Ghost Pikmin.
True.
I mean, they have fucking glow Pikmin, so...
I feel like glow Pikmin generally are just dead Pikmin.
Maybe.
But they can also die.
True, but I feel like their souls just cycle back to the ground. Because, like, the onion grows out of the ground. And I'm like, okay, I feel like maybe their souls, it's like soul sand from Minecraft.
Soul sand?
Yeah, their souls sink into the dirt and fucking glow Pikmin onions come to life.
Maybe.
I don't know if that's how soul sand works in Minecraft.
I'm done farming.
I think like the soul sand
Knows where it is because
I
the soul sand
presume.
knows where it isn't.
Yeah, I think my assumption is that eventually, whenever the people who built all the motherfucking random nonsense on the overworld discovered the Nether, they went to the Nether, and a bunch of them died at the Soul Valley. Well, see, because the new Soul Valley biome has a bunch of like,
okay.
it's a bunch of like you can find specific pottery shards there that show people and stuff. And also there's giant bones of giant creatures, so assumably they've also died there, and that's what the implication is that things die there and they sink into the soil, their souls.
I guess so. This is like some game theory shit.
True. I wouldn't think about it if it wasn't for the fact that Jeb was like, there is Minecraft lore, and we do intentionally create things for there to be lore, but we will never confirm anything because we just don't want to. And it makes it more interesting.
I wonder when they
And then
started
he brought
making
out
lore.
True. He brought out a book, and he's like, in this book is literally every Minecraft canon thing ever, and it will never be shown to anyone. And then the person interviewing him was like, can I see? And he's like, no, it will never be shown to anyone. And I'm like...
Hey, worth a shot. Worth a shot.
True.
Let me try to put myself back in that spot. Did they really just decided, like, hey, I'm not going to animate, like, any talking cutscenes, so we're just going to put a picture of a sky and just, like, use text?
Makes it simple, bro.
I guess so. Bro, Russ needs to get, like, beheaded.
Yeah, bro, he just says that so then he can be like, oh, man, I don't think a raider can reach that far, but, don't worry, I'm kind of like a genius, so I can maybe get it to do it.
Dude, here's York. Wow, how is York, like, legit immune?
Yeah, what happened to York? He's already a leafling. He's we're gonna find out. It's gonna take a left turn. He was born leaf-like. He's gonna reveal that one of his parents were a leafling. And Dendori's in his hall.
Let's inject the Sparkleon. Oh, is this for our next area? I thought that was for the cure. The cure to cancer is Sparkleon.
I guess they need to save the last person before they can cure OG.
They need to save Nell. A huge dog.
Okay, Pikmin 4 is really fucking me up because, like, they just have, like, alternate universe Pikmin 3 main characters. They don't look exactly like they did in Pikmin 3. They look like the Made in Heaven Jolene and Jotaro. And, like, I'm not even kidding about that this time. Like, this is literally, like, that's literally what happened to them. They, like, slightly off model.
Yeah, where it's a bee instead of a butterfly.
Yeah, like, their head shapes are, like, somewhat the same shape. Like, in Pikmin, like, that's, like, sort of an oval, but, like, in the original game, like, he just had a circle head. And, like, his hair is sort of different. Like, I don't know what they did to them. Like...
Dude, I hate to say it. Like, Part 6 has so many awesome moments. But it also was, like, kind of ass for the majority of it.
If you accept that it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and just are like, man, Pucci's kind of the sick-ass villain, then You can kind of
But
like
I'm geeking. I'm geeking when Poochie's on the screen, and then like it goes back to like the people we're supposed to be rooting for, and I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like, show me Poochie doing crazy shit again. Like, show me like him caving in some dude's skull with gravity.
I don't know. I've enjoyed Jolene and Emporio.
I think they're cool.
And
The only
Weather
issue is
Report.
that like Jolene actively like fucks herself up more than any enemy ever does. Like, Weather Report will be like about to kill Poochie, and then Jolene like hits him with a car or some shit, or like they'll be about to like kill Poochie in a plane, and then she'll just like fucking destroy the plane or some shit.
Okay, but like that happens with like everyone in Poochie because Poochie has fucking stupid ass gravitation powers. Like literally that one scene before he even had the like whole fate thing going on. Where,
Okay,
like,
the
you
fate thing
showed
is
me it, and
bullshit, bro. I reject this.
Yeah. Okay, but that's literally what Poochie says. He says, now that I've started...
Yeah, now that he started it, he can't ever stop, and he's destined to do it. That's bullshit, bro.
Like, he is destined to reach the point. They have failed the moment he got Sea Moon. And, like, that's the reason why. Like, they can't, like, do anything. It was only after he achieved it that they can actually change anything.
I would agree, but like they show it like they're making a normal mistake that they shouldn't be making, but they don't bring attention to it. Like if they tried to like hit him and he like somehow like obviously dodges in a way that's unnatural, it would make sense, but they just like fumble in like normal human ways.
Okay, but like the thing is when Jolene came with the car, she had no idea what was happening in that circumstance. Like
It doesn't mean it doesn't. Okay, but we know what's happening. It doesn't mean that
yeah,
like
but
we
she
can't be upset.
doesn't. Like,
I
okay,
understand
true,
that.
but you have to admit that was completely, like, that was completely just like a freak thing that like Jolene didn't know that would have happened. Like, she had no idea what the circumstances were. Like, it literally like that wasn't even a mistake. Like, you could say, oh my god,
bro.
You could say it was like a mistake to hit the car like that, but like any rational person would be like, no, fucking kill this motherfucker by car, right? Reasonably, like they made a
hit him with a car
rational-
though. She like fucking crashes herself into a car.
Well, listen, I don't know. I think like, listen, bro. All I know is Poochie's cool.
That's what I'm saying. But they needed to make everybody else cool too. Normally, okay, I'm just saying like in part 4, in part 5, normally the main cast is doing shit that like is on a whole nother level compared to the villains. Like they set it up in a way where the villain's doing some crazy shit and somehow they outsmart them. In part 6, it's like the villain's doing some smart shit and the team, the actual like main cast, doesn't even like start to deal with the question. They just like jump in and like start attacking and then inevitably get fucked up and then keep going
but
on.
you have to actually think about it like this. Every single JoJo part.
I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, no, every single JoJo part has started. No, I will say, Stone Ocean Crew, except for like fucking Weather Report, are fumblers. But like I think it makes like it only makes because you have to think about it. Giorno, like Jotaro, like okay, a lot of these characters, right? Either already had experience.
Jotaro fumbles as well in part 6. He's not exempt.
Okay, yeah, okay, but what I'm saying is like a lot of the JoJo characters, like in the stand parts, right? Like part 4 and 5, they already had extensive experience with their stand ability, and have been a stand users for a while.
That's not even true.
Right? That is true.
Doesn't Giorno literally get fucking golden experience in part 5?
No, he doesn't.
I thought he does. He goes through the fucking Poochie test.
No. He has it from the very beginning. Yeah, no.
I thought he just had it though. I thought he like just got it, or like he didn't have it for that long.
He had not. Like in the beginning, it's like a couple years ago his hair had gone golden because he had naturally unlocked his stand ability. And so, not only that, it was a natural stand ability unlocked, meaning it would already, like, bro was already set. He had a couple years to get used to his stand ability. He was already using that shit 24/7. He was so comfortable with it. He was robbing people with it, fighting people with it. Like,
okay, I will say it doesn't. Jordan should not be doing that much shit, honestly. Homie's like 15, and he's like already like fully devising like the perfect plan of attack in any situation. He'll literally be faced with an issue he's never seen before, and then he's like, okay, I'm just going to win now. And then he'll do the perfect combination of actions to succeed no matter what. And it makes no fucking sense.
Okay, dude, it is ridiculous. But like, fucking part 4, he's had his stand for years. Ever since he first got that cold. Yeah, ever since he got the cold in the car, because he got the cold because his stand was awakening. That was the same thing that put Jotaro's
Wait, when he was like a baby?
Yeah, when he was getting the car scene where he gets pushed in the car.
Yeah.
That was when part 3 was happening because all the Joestars were awakening their stands, and like both Jotaro's mom and Josuke couldn't handle it, and so they like got into a cold.
What the fuck? He can swallow it? Sorry.
How did he do that?
I like how Olimar just shows this and he's like, so here's how you use swallow, and like no other direction.
Crazy. This is absurd.
It's quite simple.
Your dog has a temporal realm within him. Did you know this?
What the
That's
freak?
crazy.
Bro has Animal Crossing pockets.
True. But yeah, I don't know, dude.
Are we finished for now?
I think we're done. How did...
Got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
was Crazy Diamond like full human sized, or was it baby sized when he awakened it as a baby?
I think we know when you unlock your stand, it's always the original shape it took. Because when Kakyoin was talking about his only friend being...
Oh, yeah.
when it manifested, it was huge and was holding his hand as like a full-grown stand. So I think he just get like a giant motherfucker.
Yeah, homie was legit like 3 feet tall, and he had like a fucking 7 foot tall ghost monster that he could just control.
Yeah.
That
but,
no
like,
one else was seeing.
Like, you gotta think about Jolene's team. Jolene's team was fucked up if you really think about it.
No,
Jolene had just gotten her...
goated.
Okay, Weather Report was goated. No, okay, I'm gonna say this, right?
Weather Report literally didn't remember a fucking thing, bro. Homie was legit just going off instinct.
Jolene just had just gotten her stand at the very beginning of that part, and her stand was stringed.
Hold on, wait a second, bro. Pause the fucking tape, right? Jotaro has literally had his stand up until this point for like fucking decades, right?
Yeah.
They both go up against Poochie, and Jotaro legit gets his shit robbed and loses his stand, and Poochie tries to take Foo Fighters, and Jolene just does not allow him to. But Jotaro loses, and he can literally stop time.
I'm gonna say this. A lot of Jotaro's fumbles are directly tied to Jolene being involved in that entire situation.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. That, like, why did like, it's annoying to see that happen. You know, it's like that. That should not have happened.
Okay, yeah, okay. Like, when he dies at the end, it's 100% on the fact that he loves Jolene and couldn't let her get killed, even though they're all gonna die anyways, right? If he didn't stop Poochie. But, like, the thing is, Jotaro, this is about Jolene's group. That Jotaro has a reason for fumbling, and it was because of his daughter. He loves his daughter. And Jolene was low-key kind of disrupting his flow. But the thing is, you have to be fair. Jolene had just gotten her stand, and Porio's a fucking child. Like, that, like, I forgot the name of the one girl who has, like, the duplicate stand. Has the duplicate stand. Yeah, Hermes also just got her ability, and it's, like, don't get me wrong, it's a decent ability, but, like, nothing that's gonna be doing the crazy work. They got Foo Fighters, who... Like, I don't,
Foo
dude,
Fighters
come
is
on.
fucking awesome. Okay.
True.
Like, I'm not saying I don't love them, but like, I feel like
Okay,
if you
the
were
ability
to put
should be
Jolene,
okay. Here's the thing though, right? If you put any of these characters in part 5 and you had a Rocky writing from part 5 on that shit, it would be unreal. Like, I'm sure Foo Fighters would find a way to like completely reconstruct someone's body and like explode them from like 300 meters away, and like there would be some weird sticker shit that would happen that you couldn't even like imagine. But since it's in part 6, they like barely do anything and like end up like shooting themselves in the foot half the time.
dude, I just think their complete lack of experience and honestly like handling of the situation is a part of the characters.
You could say
Because,
that,
like,
but they don't mention that ever before in any of the previous parts. Like, Jotaro literally gets his stand and he's already like discovering new abilities and shit. Like, he literally, how are you supposed to know that he's able to like suck in a bunch of fog and shit and like extend his finger out really long? Like, he just knows this shit.
You're joking, but Jolene was trying her best to do some crazy shit. She was
know.
doing some stuff.
I'm just saying they're
strange.
both in literally the same situation, and Jolene just fumbles like 99% of the time.
Okay, but the situation Jolene's dealing with is fucking different, though, dude. Poochie was a different beast.
Maybe, but I mean, Dio was pretty crazy too.
Okay, but like Poochie's actively involved for most of part 6, and like literally appears really early on and starts just fucking with them, like almost directly. And then like Dio just sits in a castle for most of the time and lets like fucking Jotaro get reps in before coming to run his fade.
True, but like they both had their stand for the same amount of time, and you don't see Jotaro doing like stupid shit that just like ends up fucking himself up. Almost everything he does is actually good.
Okay, but like imagine if Yoshikage Kira just came out right out the bat and just started blowing motherfuckers up. Like, it would be real bad. Like, it would be 100% real bad. Like, I think all of them had the liberty of their main villain just fucked off until the very end, and Poochie's literally involved, like, hands-on from, like, the very beginning. Like, she encounters him multiple times. Like, I feel like this is just
In reality, it makes sense, but in the story, it doesn't make sense. I agree, if this was true in real life, then yes, but in the stories, it doesn't make any sense, because people have been put in the same situations before, and they don't care.
Listen, I don't think the situation's comparable.
Okay.
Also, you have to keep in mind. You have to keep in mind also, like, she was never gonna fully be able to stop Poochie from getting Sea Moon 2, because she was working within the restrictions of literally being in prison.
That's true, but at the same time, they could have like not made her deliberately hurt herself, and instead have just been like, oh my god, I did everything in my power to stop it, and I got fucked up anyway. Like, that theme is not expressed at all in the show.
Listen, she did everything she could do during the Sea Moon incident. No. When he ran away with the green baby, she literally was chasing that motherfucker to the ends of that grass field. Now, if we're talking about when, like the green baby, okay, not specifically when he was going to the place to get Sea Moon, but when the green baby incident, I think it was already over by the time he got the green baby, and she did everything she could do at the time to stop him from getting the green baby, and it was just not gonna happen.
I agree,
like,
but
genuinely.
There needs to be something else, because like in part 5, right, if like Diavolo is running off with some shit that they need, there would be at least some other part of like something that would happen, like some trap that they placed on it, something that they do to like foil the plan in some way. Even if it doesn't end up working out, there needs to be something that shows like there was some thought that went through, and there's a different step but beyond what the reader or viewer would initially expect to happen, that you're like, oh shit, wait, they're actually gonna win, and then they get fucked on anyway, and they're like, okay, well, they probably deserve to lose anyway, because there's no way that they were gonna be able to catch up to the green baby in the first place. But at least that way they have like some type of like extra thought process within it. This is like Poochie literally gets
the
plot
Green
armor,
Baby
bro.
thing was truly hopeless. Like, no, like they
Yeah,
genuinely
it was.
went
I
out.
agree. I'm saying they just needed a little bit of extra to be like, okay, they're actually trying.
Okay, but they like threw everything on the line. They broke out of prison. They literally were like, if this doesn't work, it's so Jover. They literally, Jolene was crawling after that green baby. Like at that point, like literally chasing Poochie through a fucking grass field after they threw everything. Like, bro, they're fumbling that green baby around like they're playing fucking basketball, and Poochie just got away with it. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they did everything they could do.
I feel like they could have trapped the green baby in something, or like done some other type of thing that would have been at least a little bit smarter.
Well, you have to keep in mind also the green baby had a crazy ass of like thing protecting him. His like own ability was protecting him. That's why Jolene couldn't get his, like, it wasn't just like Poochie getting in their way. The green baby was, and
this is literally just like Poochie literally gets plot armor for the whole thing, where like nobody can touch him, for like. It's just kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, I'm just saying, Poochie wasn't invincible until getting the green baby.
He wasn't, but in terms of the writing, he literally was.
Listen, I'm just saying, I liked the chase for the green baby, and I acknowledge that. Oh, okay, Araki just is basically telling us right now that he has his green baby. The point wasn't
basically
ever
he's not
about
actually
like
doing it, but he's basically doing it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like you know, like I already knew by the time he got away with the green baby, like, okay, I know where this story is going, and he's just essentially laying it out right now. So like when kind of I feel like with such a long-running series, I get where you're coming from, bro. But I guess I was watching it and I'm like, I'm too deep into JoJo's to really be like nitpicking what the characters are doing right now when Poochie's so entertaining. Like, I don't really fucking give a gaff in this case.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not saying I hate Poochie. I'm just saying this whole part started because everything is awesome except for the main cast in part 6. They're cool in their own, but they like have like negative fight IQ when it comes to the fights.
Listen, they're getting some good W's in there.
Okay, explain to me. And then they did, but then some things happen that just don't make sense, and it's like they needed it, but it doesn't make any sense. Explain to me at the end with the fucking Mobius strip shit that happens to Jolene to stop the gravity from like destroying her. Can you explain that to me?
Okay, but that's like the same thing with the dragon thing. Like,
okay, the
like,
dragon stuff kind of makes sense.
Okay, true, but like I'm gonna say this, right? If we're talking from the front of like stand design and the things that the stands were doing to each other and to people, I will say Araki was getting a little absurd with the stands and what they were doing, and like when they turned that guy's like legs into springs, it made no fucking sense in any shape or form. But you just
hold on. I think the crazier the power got, like the worse it was implemented, but like the basic abilities were kind of fire. Like the Highway to Hell one, actually not like a pretty interesting idea and a cool fight. The Survivor fight might have been the best one.
Survivor.
That one was awesome.
Good.
And then the fucking Meteor one was pretty fucking cool too. Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say Survivor was actually a really good one.
That one
You're
was awesome.
so right for that one. Like, Survivor was good. I think, well, because like I feel like this is the whole reason Araki had basically soft rebooted JoJo's after this, because like when you get back to when you get to Steel Ball Run, a lot of the abilities go back to being like somewhat simple in nature, like, and I feel like bro is just fucking off the, like, I feel like his mindset during part 6 was, man, we've done a lot of this shit, so now every stand, like, we had some simple ones in part 6, but I feel like every stand had to be like, he was thinking like, how do I make this shit crazier than the last?
True.
And he was just coming up with some fucking wacky ass stands that I just don't think were implemented too well.
True. I'm not gonna lie, Limp Bizkit was kind of ass. and the John Gallier one, that one was also kind of ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They could have been cool, but they made no sense, and they were like, they should be losing to this like immediately. I don't know how they're winning.
Yeah, the Limp Bizkit one, I don't even remember how they beat that guy. I'm gonna be so fucking real
They like
with
fucking
you.
drowned him or some shit. It didn't make like he literally died, and they were like the ability like persists even after you die, and it's like okay, well what the fuck are we gonna do? Like this is Notorious B.I.G. again, and they like fucking put all of the zombies in like a fucking water well or something where they found that one zombie was actually him, and killing the zombie killed him even though he was already dead. Or something.
Yeah, that one was... Yeah, I don't know about that one. There's one I was kind of neutral about. I couldn't decide whether I liked it or not. It was the one with the guy who, like, floated around with the fucking sneakers on his legs. It was, like, the air pressure walk.
Jumping Jack Flash. Dude, that one could have been so fucking cool. But they kind of fucked it up. Also, his voice actor is like ass, and I hated the whole fight because of it.
The Kakashi voice actor. Yeah, I couldn't stop thinking, what's Kakashi doing right now?
Well, it was so like lame when he would call it out, because like, and then it wouldn't even be the real name. He'd be like Jumping Jack Spark, and I was like, okay, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here?
True. Like you know those localized names, bro.
It was so okay. I'm not gonna lie though, the fight was cool once Weather Report stepped in and started like creating fucking astronaut suits. It could have been so fire. It could have been so fire. But I think he literally did this, where like, because you know how like in the atmosphere there's like a bunch of like space trash floating around, and if like the space station goes too low, it just gets eviscerated because of all the space trash. Because there's no gravity, and so technically nothing weighs anything, and so shit just goes right through everything else. He like got a whole room to be like weightless. He could just started shooting like small objects around the room and like started like boring holes through people. That could have been cool, but they never did that.
True, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the same way you feel about like part 6 is the way people are feeling about the current JoJo part, like part 9.
Wait, part 9? I thought it was part 8.
Like, no, part 8 finished up. Part 8 has been going on for 10 years. It finished up not too long ago, and now Araki started on part 9, which may be his final part, because it'll probably take him another 10 years to finish. But
wait, so how fucking... They actually like released comics for part 9?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What happens?
So basically, right now, the most I know, because I was reading it, because like they're getting translation. I'm in the fan translation hell right now. But fan translations have gotten way better, so they're not that bad. But basically, the new character Jodio, who I wonder who he's related to. Rocky just did not fucking care anymore. He's like, okay, he's Joe Dio. But basically, they're doing like a mixed part between part 5 and 6. So like, he's like this young teenager who's involved with crime because he's supposed to be like the Giorno counterpart. And he goes on a heist to rob fucking Rohan. Yeah, I think it's Rohan. Yeah, he goes to Rohan's place to rob him of like a diamond that he has there, and then when he goes into there, he finds like a lava rock that just like kind of like gravitates towards him, and Rohan basically just tells him like, oh, so like you're kind of fucked now, like you're holding on to this shit now, like take good care of it for me. And then like Rohan basically doesn't call the cops because he says like, I'm not calling the cops because like you have way fucking bigger problems now that you're involved with this rock, so good luck, like I'll pick it up if you die. And so this like he's like, what the fuck does he mean? And like now there's just like a bunch of people who are after this rock because like for some reason like like they went to like a watch store, and when they walked past a bunch of watches, they had disappeared from like the glass racks and appeared in his pockets, and like it's like essentially like things just like expensive or like valuable things gravitate towards you when you have the rock, and so that's why people want it. And like I'm just like, okay. And the last chapter I read, near the end of it, Jodio started to have a monologue, assumably from the end of the series. You know that thing they do
Yeah.
in series where like clearly they're talking and like the adventure had already happened. He basically like, this is the story about how like, you know, crime, like companionship, and most importantly the function. And he starts just talking about the function and shit. And like people like he's like, the function is like cogs in a machine, the way
When I pull up
society
the
works.
function.
And true. And he's like you know, I'm gonna tell my story, and by the end of it you will understand the function. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna understand the function at the end of this part. But the part's so fucking strange, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
It sounds cool,
felt
though.
really weird.
It sounds cool. I want
Yeah,
to
no,
learn the
it's been
function, bro.
interesting. Yeah. He's also kind of the one JoJo, like, Giorno's kind of dubious, but still clearly someone who wants to do good. Jody is kind of just a fucking shit. Like, a little piece of shit, like, genuinely. Like, he's like, yeah, I love upsetting people. I love beating people up and conning people and just being bad. I love to be bad. And I'm like,
Yo,
okay.
kind of based. We need to see some evil.
True. He's not even like, oh, I do bad, but I'm good. Like, he does bad and he likes that. He likes that he's bad and he wants to do more evil. And I'm like, okay, well.
Dude, this is awesome.
He was trying to sell crack cocaine to another student in the part. And, like, Araki made a Breaking Bad reference. And I'm like, bro, this is my fucked up interpretation of Giorno. Just a glimpse into my twisted mind.
True. Instead of trying to remove the crack, he sells the crack.
True.
Okay.
His
Are we done?
abilities. Yeah.